Welcome to Chronic Combat Conversations, the interview series with your hosts, TV Scouting MMA and
the Guru, wondering when the music's gonna stop.
What's a fade out? There you
go. we're still working on the intro music, but we have in the building way more important than new intro music. We have a top 15 hopeful, should crack it after next weekend, on a 4-fight winning streak, coming off a fresh performance bonus, unbelievable first round stoppage. Mr. Damon Action Jackson is in the building. Thank you so much for blessing us with your time today, my man.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me on.
Literally anytime, my man. So tell me about what it was like getting the call kind of to get put into this co-main event slot. Tell me what that was like.
I mean, it's just another fight, really. Like it's cool to be in the co-main event position. Like it's cool for sure. It's definitely something that I don't really think about it. Like, before this, I never really thought about being co-main or main event. I definitely wanted to get on the main card, and I knew that a top 15 matchup would do that. So when I got the call for the Ige fight, that was what got me amped up. So it was this is just, icing on the cake kind of thing. It's cool, it's whatever, but we're still fighting. It's still a fist fight. So.
No, absolutely. What was getting the call like? Actually, like, did they call your manager and your manager just told you that they were moving you up? Like, how did that exactly work?
Yeah.
Just
basically,
like
it just kind of came about. Like, it was like there was an injury, and then there was another injury, and then they moved the card around a little bit, and then me and Dan stuck out as far as like co-main event, status for.
I agree completely. Sometimes they fuck that up. They certainly didn't this time. I kind of have fight of the night expectations for you guys, because you guys are, a hell of a fighter. I mean, really just incredible talents. TB, you want to jump in there?
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, man, we definitely know that in previous interviews and stuff. Oh my goodness. And this is just an example of it. Look at the pup coming to join everybody. We've seen your daughters on the balcony in the past, waving down and saying hi. You're obviously a family guy, and what's it like being a girl dad, managing your family life outside the cage? And do you credit your family as a support system? We see how many people come out to watch you, even at the Apex. So it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I definitely have a great support system. My girls, they're cool. So like they do whatever I'm interested in, like they're interested in it too. So it's cool to just have them around. And this is a journey for myself, but like to have them along with it's pretty cool. And a lot of people wait till they're done with their career to start a family. And, me and my wife, we've been together since we were 19, and wow. we started real young with our family. And, it's been pretty awesome to have them, along with me, but I definitely have a huge support with everyone. So it's pretty cool for sure.
No, absolutely. No, I'm so sorry. So what exactly has it been like, having them in like around during your fight camps and stuff like that? Like, do you get cranky and with the weight cut or
no? I think you're like childish when you get a little cranky like that, where you're like taking it out on your family and your kids. Like, I definitely I get maxed out. Like, I'm like, all right, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go go work out or do something like that. Whenever I'm cutting weight, and they want to go out to eat, it kind of sucks sometimes, but for the most part, my wife cooks basically like 3 meals a day. She cooks, awesome. She's at the house, cooking, do whatever I need as far as like for my diet, my meal prep and stuff like that.
That's awesome. It's really good to have somebody that's, totally in your corner like that.
That's fantastic. No, it's huge. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I apologize if I'm having any internet connections on my end. I'm out at work right now. We're making this happen, baby, on the run. And, I know you're always at work and, getting down to the gym and working with the general Saif Saud. What do you think are the biggest advantages you have coming out of Fortis MMA? And have you always been training there?
Yeah, I've been there from the beginning. It's key for the consistency is huge. Having the same, same coach, same voice, same expectations that I've had for all these years. That's definitely, it's been huge and such a big help.
That's so crazy. I'm so sorry. I've never had that issue before. I'm so sorry. I was just saying that, like in your corner, your family's in your corner, right? So what's it like having Saif Sayoud, the general, in your corner? What's it like working at Fortis MMA and, kind of working in an awesome camp with such a prolific guy?
Yeah, no, I mean he's like the best at what he does. It's like every year they have these coaches of the year. They have like gym of the year and stuff like that. I would love to win a gym of the year, but he should have won coach of the year for the past 3 or 4 years. We've been on point. People have been winning fights that we're not supposed to win. We have game plans that are perfect every fight, and when they get executed, we always win. So it's like a cheat code every fight. We get out there, we get to listen to him either in between rounds or during like the live rounds, like while we're out there, we get to listen to it. So, definitely been a huge help.
Absolutely. So speaking of nominated for awards, just so you know, you happen to be nominated for an Upset of the Year award and Knockout of the Year award for Chronic Combat Conversations, in case that means anything to you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're doing our award show podcast in a couple days, so that will be up there. So congratulations on your nomination. That was one of the more prestigious awards you've gotten. So
don't get too listen, man. Yeah, and hey, listen, Chronic Combat's all about tape study and breaking down fights. Now we got to know, obviously having Saif out in your corner is a big advantage for that. But do you study tape yourself as well, or do you allow your coaches to do that more for you? And anything you're seeing on tape for Ige, or you want to keep it under wraps here?
I watch tape every single day. I do it when I'm doing my cardio, like when I'm just sitting there running for 2, 3, 4, 5 miles, whatever I'm running that day. I'm watching either one to all 4 or 5 fights that I want to watch. And I definitely play those scenarios over and over of what I can do and what I got to watch out for and stuff. But I only have one coach, is Saif. And, we discuss the game plan at the beginning of the camp. And as long as he sees the game plan like happening during my rounds, then we don't have to have like these conversations every day or anything. But right before fight week, like whenever he comes out, Wednesday or Thursday before the fight, we discuss everything. I kind of drill, game plan, what I'm doing all week. I drill that. And then going into the fight, right before the fight, I'm drilling that stuff in the back. And, that's, the past 17 fight is prime example. Like we just discussed the front kick being an option off of the level change. So hitting the level change to front kick and then the level change, and then to see if he was gonna come forward and wrestle, I was gonna throw the knee. So seeing that over and over, it's just something that I did that the whole camp, and it just paid off. It was good timing. I was moving around well and caught him in the middle of his level change, and just worked out great.
Absolutely, dude. That front kick was so freaking quick. I didn't see it. Like you literally did. It was so freaking quick, man. Is that was that one of your favorite techniques? Is that one of the things in the back of the arsenal there, or what? Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I throw often in practice, and I throw it in my fights every once in a while, but it's more like sometimes I open the round up with that, and I don't pursue after that. I usually don't pursue anything but roundhouse kicks. I like to throw the roundhouse kicks a lot, but the front kicks they're really safe to throw. So as far as it's like I throwing a long jab or like a long cross.
Right.
It's a good shot to the body or a good shot to the face if you can get it. And it really just depends on what the person's doing. But I kind of figure that out as I move around with them and see the way they move in and stuff. That's what I usually like to set it up.
It's definitely a nice rangefinder, and hey, after knocking a guy out with it, basically, you might want to might throw it a couple more times, right? It's the money shot. But so what maybe specifically about? Did you call out Dan Ige? Is that like rumor speculation? I think that happened, right?
I didn't really call him out.
No.
I hit him up on DMs, and we talked a little bit. And I was like, "Hey, man, nothing but respect for you. Would love the matchup." And he was more than willing to fight. He said that he thought it was great that I'd been on this big win streak, and I definitely deserve it. So he said we tried to get it made for December, and it just didn't work out. So they put us in first week of January. So
Yeah, it's super interesting that you're coming on a 4-fight winning streak. He's coming on a 3-fight losing streak, but obviously facing Murderer's Row. What are you exactly expecting from Dan Ige with kind of maybe his backup against the wall here?
The best inning game ever. That's exactly what I'm expecting. And I know he trains with some great guys, and he's got he's got a great setup at the PI and stuff, and Stream Couture. So I know he's going to be ready. I know he's been pushing himself, pushing his body, making sure that he's doing the right rounds with the right people. All I can expect is the best, and I'm going out there and pushing my body to the max, and I'll be ready to go. And I'm excited for the test. It's a big test, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, man. Speaking of ready to go, you look like Wolverine, man. You healed up quick, dog. You look good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get hit in the face a lot, you heal up, and life goes on. But you gotta protect the face as much as I can.
The money maker, absolutely.
That's right. And so I was wondering, you talk about, the training partners and that over at Extreme Couture, obviously high level camp, same obviously as we're looking at for you at Fortis. I mean, who are some of the guys that you're normally sparring with and working with as you're getting prepared for all these fights?
We got a couple young guys that I spar with, Abdul and EJ. I got Steven Peterson, been in the UFC for a while now. We got guys around there that you guys probably have never even heard of, and that are just killer wrestlers or killer kickboxing. And I'm working, with Rockwall Wrestling here close to Dallas. It's where I coach the middle school program there, and I wrestle with those kids and wrestle with the high school kids, and I got a great program there to push myself, and just bringing a little bit of everything to the table with this fight. Kind of preparing for a 3-round fight, and I'm always looking for that finish, but I'm prepared to go all 3 rounds because I know that he is not easy to put away for sure.
That's awesome. You mentioned about being a middle school wrestling coach, right? So how does maybe being a middle school wrestling coach and a role model for these kids, how does that maybe, change the way you go into fight camps and things like that? Maybe the way you even approach fights?
It doesn't change anything about my fight camp or my approach to like the way I'm going to fight somebody. It more just it's about the interviews and about the way I carry myself, like outside and inside the fights camps and all that stuff, and the interviews, and they add up, as far as like people really want you to start talking trash, or like they want you to say something for a certain matchup, and I would rather just DM someone and make it, real chill like that than as opposed to like, calling them out and saying something bad about their family or, whatever. So I just want to keep moving forward with that. I don't want to have that narrative of you got to trash talk to get the big fights. I like to go out there and let my finishes and my fighting do the talking. And, so far it's paid off.
It certainly has, man. Absolutely. TB, you got another question for him?
Yeah, so I was going to say, now that we've gotten through, the quote unquote difficult part here, we're going to get down to a couple fun questions here. And, so obviously, I mean, we saw the dog come into the picture here. I myself own a dog, and, Guru, he's more of a cat guy. We got to know, do you have any cats in the picture too? Or you?
We have 2 cats. We had a cat, and it was like the fluffiest, nicest cat ever. And it was so cool. And then it escaped. It got out back with the dog, and it got out back, and then it never came back inside. And it was the inside cat forever, and it sucked. And then so we got another cat. We found it we were up in Missouri, and it was on the side of the road, and my girls saw it, and they ended up bringing it home. We've had that for about a year. And then our last cat that we just got, it's a girl, and we think she's pregnant, but we were at Texas Roadhouse, and we were walking out to the car, and then there was this cat that came right up to my 11-year-old, and she loves animals. So she came up, and she kept on trying to catch it because it kept walking up to her like she wanted to feed it or get pet or whatever. Right. So we ended up giving it a little bit of food, and it came right into our car. So we kept it. So we have 2 cats and a dog. So
I love that. That's awesome. See, my 2 cats are literally right here behind the camera sleeping. So I grew up with a dog, but I mean the cats are just they're so fluffy and cuddly. I love them so much. They're the greatest.
Yeah, I'm not a cat person, but they're not bad. They don't bother me at all. They're actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, yeah, I never was either, man. I really never was until I owned them, and then I'm like, man, cats.
Yeah.
Speaking of maybe some post fight stuff, right? So like, what's your like favorite meal after the fight?
I always go to like I always have a cheeseburger and then like a bacon cheeseburger and then so donuts the next day for sure.
Nice.
What kind of
Nice.
donut? Like,
Just a
like
glaze, good old
just
fashioned
glaze.
glazed donut, or maybe like a cinnamon roll or something like that. But like, nothing crazy, just a basic donut.
Hell
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. And finally, you're on Chronic Combat Conversations. If you couldn't get the gist, we like to dabble in the greenery. But are do you like smoking yourself? Are you more of a drinking guy? What's your poison of
Or
choice here?
nothing.
I smoke cigars occasionally. I don't not often. It's hard to do everything with training and everything, but I might have a cigar every once in a while. But no, I don't really mess with a whole lot. It's hard to mix in with training and recovery and everything else. So I think that it's maybe one day when I'm done with everything, that I'll be able to just kind of chill, sit back and relax. But I might start doing triathlons after this. So we'll see.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I love
Oh,
the competitive spirit,
I
and
was just about to say
man,
that.
that's incredible. And thank you so much for joining us today. Before we head out, I'm gonna let Guru, put his closing words in, and then Damon, I'm gonna give you the full screen. And if you got any sponsors, any family, anything you want to say before your fight next weekend, we're gonna give you the floor before we cut it off the stream. But Guru, before that, you got any last words for us, my friend?
Yeah, listen, the guys, thank you so much for joining us, tuning in. Damon, seriously, thank you so much for your time. It means the world to us. You can find my awesome co-host at TV Scouting MMA on Twitter, Verdict, Instagram, and Tapology. Me, Guru Scouting MMA, Twitter, Verdict, Instagram, and Tapology. We'll be back next week with our breakdown on Wednesday for the Gastelum Imavov card. Going to be excellent. And, of course, we're going to have our year in review card. Again, Damon, seriously, thank you so much. The floor is yours.
No, I appreciate everybody's support. That's about all I got. I don't do a whole lot on social media, but all my social media is Damon B Jackson. And you guys, I try to get back with everyone that messages me on there and stuff. So it's cool to see all the support, and I appreciate everybody's support. And thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, Damon, you're the man, dude. Seriously, it means the world that you were, willing. Dude,